A very good morning to all my dear students. I hope you have been very enthusiastically and energetically waiting for today's session. A very good morning to all those who have sent beautiful morning wishes. And as you always have been viewing the video of international conference, you must have seen the small glimpse of the international conference that is coming up day after tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, you're having a conference. So once again, I would like to request all my dear students that you must make use of this beautiful opportunity being given to you by the Institute. So all of you must attend this conference. Try to gain the knowledge which many of the speakers are going to come and share with you. I was also listening, there are few participation certificates and other kind of presents for all the students who are going to attend it virtually as well. So just try to be part of it and try to utilize the kind of intellectual and knowledgeable things that are going to come your way. All right. So once again, a very good morning to all those who have written beautiful morning wishes. And I hope you have revised your first half of Unit 1 of Partnership Act. So today we'll be starting with the MCQs because children, you remember we left at the place where we were talking about the MCQs, and I've seen your queries also. I'll just try to resolve your queries first and then we'll start with the topic. Let me just open the presentation meanwhile. All right. Sakib, Bashir, Shambhabi, Kaushik, Ajit, Shivam. Good morning, children. Manchika Gupta, I'll just explain you that topic once again. Good morning, Mayur, Mansi Jeet, Abhimanyu, Kumar, Jaspreet, Dharmendra, Dhairya, Hira Hussain, Shiv, Chetan, Tala, Dhruv, Manisha, Shivam Chaudhary. Many of you just write, ma'am, please do take my name. So it's not just one of you who has written this. Many of you keep writing. So trust me, when you have so many names in front of the screen, I generally tend to forget few names. Namrata, Monica, Arpita, Priyanka, Ashima. Good morning, children. Dipinki, Dinesh Ingle, Shiba Khan, Santosh Kumar, Priyanka. Good. They have written, ma'am. We have revised the content. Few of you are writing that also. Very good. So for registration, Jaspreet Kaur, for the international conference you're asking, when you see the video or the pamphlet, there is a small link given below. You can get it done from there. Otherwise, you can get in touch with the Institute directly and you can ask them how you can get yourself registered. Ms. Bhumika, before beginning the session, she's asking, ma'am, who is a nominal partner? So be patient. This is what we are going to cover in today's lecture. Thank you, Pooja Swami. Thank you, Lakshmi, Vivek, Ankit Mishra. Good morning, children. Very good, Gopal Krishnan. I'm so happy that you're looking forward for the conference. Good. Ms. Jeet, Abhimanyu, Santosh Kumar, Ravi Singh. Good morning, children. Okay, so let us take up first few queries. And then maybe we can proceed further for the topic today. So Arnab Ghosh, that these kind of admin queries you can get in check with the Institute itself. All right. Okay. He's asking whether we'll be having the classes or not. See, you won't be having the classes since you're already attending the international conference. So Saturday, Sunday, this is what I have, that you won't be having the classes during the day of international conference. Good morning, Chakshu, Arun Agarwal, Afreen. Good morning, children. Sumit, Ritu, Meenu, Krishna Kumar. So many new names I can read today. Mr. Pasang Topke, Sarvesh. So around 500-600 names. So it's very difficult to read so many names. All right. Okay, children. So let us just first go through the queries. Somebody was having a query related to, somebody is going back in the sale of goods as well. Kaun hai ye bachcha? Miss Manisha Tehlani is asking if there is an agreement to share the losses. Okay. You are asking in the partnership. All right. Somebody was there in sale of goods also, but let us first take up the queries of partnership and then if required, at the end, you can still drag me to the sale of goods. But first we have to complete Unit 1 of the Indian Partnership Act that we started last time. Okay, she's asking, ma'am, is the agreement to share the losses essential for partnership? As in KT Kamath Supreme Court ruled that agreement to share the profits as well as losses is essential. So child, let me explain you the main essential elements that we did the other day. wherein I told you that there must be an agreement to share the profits of the business, it is implied that you're going to share the losses as well. Section 4 specifically talks about sharing of the profits, means that you must have a business motive. You must have a business with a motive to earn profits. So profits to hum kamai rahe hain, but agar kisi time pe, say for example ABC Associates, 3 partners, Mr. A, B and C, they were having the profits of 30,000 and they have decided that we'll be sharing it equally. So how much profits each will get? 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. So next year they had a loss of 15,000. So don't you think that they have to share the losses? 101% they will be sharing the losses unless and until it has been agreed something else. Now, the beauty of partnership is that it is based upon a mutual agreement. I told you, whatever the partners will agree, that is something is going to prevail in case of a partnership between different partners. So wherein you ask me, ma'am, it is the partners who are going to share the profits. Yes, you have to share the losses as well. It is implied. All right. So in KD Kamath case, if you're getting confused with that child, that was the case where the income tax officer held that you are the Mr. KD Kamath was having the exclusive power and control in his own hands. He was the major person who was taking the decisions. So law he was holding, ITU said that it seems to be as a sole proprietor. मुझे तो लगता ही नहीं कि आप partnership firm हो, तो we will not register you under income tax as a partnership. So that's why they went to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said that even if the partners have decided that one of the partners is going to have the exclusive management and control, then also it will be considered as a valid partnership. Why? Because in order to conclude a valid partnership, we have to see the 3 basic true tests. And what are those tests? My students are going to tell me. Quickly tell me what are the 3 basic tests that we need to see in case of the partnership in order to prove that the organization is having partnership. Miss Lakshmi, you can get in touch with the institute if you're facing some problem regarding the registration. You can call up the institute and you can ask them for the procedure for that. All right. Okay, so I hope this point is very much clear to you. All right, no loss is not essential. So again, see children, today we'll be doing partners and profits only. In that particular partnership, I will teach you how we hire a partner with whom we have made an agreement that, okay, yes, you will only be getting the profits only. But please don't get confused with the essential elements. When we talk about the essential elements, I have told you sharing profits. So it is implied that whatever losses of the firm are coming, whatever agreement the partners have made, they can have an agreement that we'll be sharing the profits equally, or maybe we will be sharing the profit and losses in 2:1:1. So whatever ratio they have decided, that is something that they have to take up. So Miss Simran Kaur, who is the first one to give me the answer? Simran Kaur is not giving the answer. Who is the first one to give me the answer for what are the 3 important things in order to conclude that it is a true test of partnership? I'm not still receiving the answers, children. What happened? Simran Kaur is also asking what is the meaning of sharing of profits. Sharing of profits means जो भी हम प्रॉफिट कमाएंगे बिजनेस में उसे हम आपस में पार्टनर्स शेयर करते हैं. वी विल कंट्रीब्यूट इक्वली फॉर द प्रॉफिट्स एज वेल एज फॉर द लॉसेस. Very good, excellent. Vidya is the first one to give me the correct answer. Chetan, Chandan, Ritu, Shiba, Ajit, very nice. All of you have given me the correct answer. Sarvesh, Mansi, Ashima, Barna, Mr. Reddy, Shubham, Varnika, excellent. Namrita, Sumit, all those who have revised. Mr. Mohammed, that means you have all revised. You can text very nicely. So the true test of partnership is that number 1, there must be an agreement. Number 2, we must be sharing the profits of the business. And it must be carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. And what do we call, children? This principle is also known as the principle of mutual agency. Excellent. Very nice. Shubham, correct. All of you have written the correct answer. And here when we say sharing the profits means that the business motive is not just to earn the profits, we are also dividing the profits. Remember I showed you in the study material also. Let me take you in the study material also once again so that the entire picture is clear in your mind. We have to start with the kinds of partnership, but let us first conclude this because कुछ अगर ना समझ आए आपको फिर आगे चलने का मजा नहीं आता. So I showed you this picture over here. There's an agreement to share the profits. Can you see how beautifully study material is explaining you? See, they have shown if this person, Mr. A, if he eats up all the profits and don't give anything to Mr. B, C and D. चार partners हैं, A ने सारा profit ले लिया and he's not sharing anything. Is it wise? The law says then there is no partnership. The partnership means sharing of profits. आपको profits तो divide करने ही पड़ेंगे. But they can agree to share it in any manner they choose. They have left the liberty on you. There will be no partnership where only one of the partner is eating up all the profits. See, this picture is beautifully showing this Mr. A, one of the partner is dragging all the profits in his house. वो कह रहे वो सारे लेकर चला गया and बाकियों को खाली छोड़ दिया. जो dark वाली picture है ना, black वाला, he's saying he's not giving them the profits. So law says if you're doing such a thing, then my dear, you are not having any partnership. So in order to have partnership, it is important to share the profits. It says again, sharing of losses is not an essential element. It is open to the partners. यही तो मैंने अभी आपको समझाया. अगर आप करना चाहते हो तो करो. Whatever you're agreeing, it is open for the partners to agree. Agreement is the most important interesting part. तभी तो मैंने आपको कहा था ना LLP. LLP again something which is coming up. Very nice important things you have to know in LLP. They also enjoy the flexibility of agreement. पार्टनरशिप वर्ड के साथ एक बहुत ब्यूटीफुल वर्ड जुड़ा हुआ है, दैट इज एन एग्रीमेंट. जो भी हम चाहें, से फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई वांट टू स्टार्ट अ पार्टनरशिप विद माय स्टूडेंट्स मिस नेहा यादव and Mr. Krishan. So Harleen ma'am, Krishna and Miss Neha Yadav decided to become partners. Now Neha Yadav, Harleen ma'am and Krishna will decide how we have to share the profits, how we will be deciding about the losses. वो हमारी agreement के ऊपर depend करेगा, which we call a partnership deed. So this is the benefit which has been given to the partnership form of organization, that अपनी agreement, अपना जो हम contract आपने सीखा था ना Indian Contract Act. So जो आप contract बना रहे हो, आप उसके according decide कर सकते हो अपने profits and losses किस तरह से share करने हैं. All right. Okay. So even charitable institutions, they were not having any profits, therefore they were not considered to be the partnership. Co-owners were also sharing the profit, sharing the rental income, therefore they were not a partnership. Clear हो गया? I hope now this point of partnership sharing of profits is absolutely clear to all of you. All right. Yes, Komal and Suraj and Shiva, your answers are also correct. Agency can also be known as the cardinal principle. That is correct. So Harshit is again asking about section 6. बच्चा जो हम अभी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं वो section 6 की ही बात कर रहे हैं कि agreement होना जरूरी है. Sharing of profits and mutual agency is very important in order to prove that it is a partnership form of organization. And we also learned that day that in case of Santi Ranjan Das Gupta, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात हमने सीखी थी कि अगर सिर्फ म्यूचुअल एजेंसी है तो क्या पार्टनरशिप है? नो, सेक्शन 6 हैज टू बी अप्लाइड एज होल. Section 6 has to be applied completely. It says if the partners does not have any record, no accounts are being maintained, no bank account was opened with the bank, nothing was conveyed to the deputy director, अगर कोई agreement ही नहीं है, अगर sharing of profits ही नहीं है, then there will be no partnership between the parties. So it says, although mutual agency is the cardinal principle. Why it is considered cardinal principle? Because a club might have a business profit or a motive of profit. But since club is not having its members' relationship of mutual agency, therefore it is not a partnership. So it says in order to conclude in any form of organization, to make it a partnership, it has to have the mutual agency relationship. However, in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta, we proved that there were no agreement and no sharing of profits, therefore also no partnership. So all the three principles that my dear students have just answered me right now have to be applied collectively in order to prove it to be a partnership. 2-3 students have asked again the difference between partnership and association of persons. तो एक बार दोबारा सुन लो बच्चा अगर आपको नहीं समझ आया था. It says partnership, अभी मैंने आपको बताया, 2 or more persons who have entered into the business to share the profits. Clear है? Partnership हमें समझ आ गया क्या होती है, हमने essential elements भी समझ लिए, हमें mutual agency भी समझ आ गया. वो कह रहे हैं अगर 2 and 3 people have just come together for a social cause. I gave you the example last time. Say for example, since COVID-19 pandemic is going on and you thought that you and your friends are going to set up some langar for your society people. You want to serve your society, you want to serve some food and shelter or maybe other things to your people who are needy and healthy, poor people. So now will you say that you're doing a business? Law says if for any social cause you are associating with each other, there is no motive of profits. Here, there is no intention to do business. Therefore, it is known as AOP, Association of Persons, or BOI, Body of Individuals. Law says if only few people have come together for a social cause, you will not call it partnership. Why you will not call it partnership? Because there is no profit motive, there is no business motive. They are to just doing a charitable work or a religious association. Therefore, it is not a partnership. However, for partnership, you need to have a motive of profit, business, and your principle of म्यूचुअल एजेंसी. क्लियर है? अब पढ़ लेना, ध्यान से रिवाइज करना, आपको समझ आ जाएगा. आई होप द डिफरेंस बिटवीन पार्टनरशिप एंड एसोसिएशन इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू नाउ. Now today, children, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic, that is kinds of partnership. So it says kinds of partnership. Number one can be with regard to duration. Duration means, लिखते जाओ साथ साथ, time period. Duration means time period. Or with regard to extent of business. Extent of business. It can be as per the time period, और कितना business हमने करना है उसके बेस पे हमारी पार्टनरशिप डिटरमिन हो जाती है. So there are 4 broad categories of types of partnership: partnership at will, partnership for a fixed period, particular partnership, and general partnership. सबसे पहले हम समझने वाले हैं partnership for a fixed period. Now, what is the meaning of partnership for a fixed period? Let's take an example. A, B, C associates. They became partners in 2020 for next 10 years. क्या डिसाइड करा? एबीसी एसोसिएट्स फ्रेंड्स थे, उन्होंने बोला चलो चलो हम सीए बन गए. तो यहाँ पे मेरे जो स्टूडेंट्स सीए फाउंडेशन पढ़ रहे हैं, लेट्स अज्यूम दे हैव बिकम चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स एंड दे थॉट दैट लेट्स रन अ पार्टनरशिप फर्म एंड लेट्स ओपन अ बिजनेस. सो दे डिसाइडेड इन 2020 दे डिसाइडेड दैट फॉर नेक्स्ट 10 years वी आर साइनिंग अ पार्टनरशिप एग्रीमेंट. So what kind of partnership we have entered? We have entered into a partnership for a fixed period. ऐसा ही करा ना हमने, 10 साल की बात करी. That means we have entered into a partnership for a fixed period. So now this partnership will come to an end in which year? Will come to an end in, yes, I heard it correct, 2030. 2030 में खत्म हो जाएगी. हमने 2020 में हैंड्स मिलाए, एबीसी ने इकट्ठे बने, पार्टनरशिप करी एंड उन्होंने कहा 10 years तक हमने फिक्स पीरियड करी है. नाउ दिस पार्टनरशिप विल कम टू एन एंड इन 2030. This partnership, which is formed for a fixed defined period, is known as partnership for a fixed period. समझ आ गया? इतना समझ आ गया सबको कि फिक्स्ड पीरियड की पार्टनरशिप क्या होती है. Now let's suppose A, B and C had good relations for 10 years and thought of continuing the partnership even after 2030. Now this becomes partnership at will. क्या कहा मैंने? ABC associates were 3 partners. They decided that we'll be doing partnership for 10 years. After the end of 10 years, they thought that we were having very good relationship for 10 years. Let's continue the partnership even after 2030. But children, did I decide for how long? Did I tell you now that for how long I need to continue the partnership? No, ma'am. You too simply said that now they have decided that still we want to continue with the partnership. So now the partnership for a fixed period will become partnership at will. What is the meaning of will? Will means at your choice. Will का मतलब क्या होता है? हमारी मर्जी से. हमने ये सोचा है कि हमने पार्टनरशिप चलानी है. कब तक चलानी है, कितनी देर तक चलानी है, how much business we have to do, we have not decided on that. So partnership at will means where no fixed period is determined, where no extent of business is determined, that is known as partnership at will. Have you written this down? I hope you all have written this down. So let's go back to this particular understanding of two types of partnerships which we just did. It says section 7 clearly defines partnership at will. No fixed period regarding the duration, no provision regarding the determination of partnership. So we have not decided till what extent we're going. Where no period has been fixed, it is known as partnership at will. अब सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बात पार्टनरशिप एट विल की है. से फॉर एग्जांपल लेट मी फॉर्म अ पार्टनरशिप विद माय स्टूडेंट्स, मिस्टर चंदन, चक्षु एंड निखिल. So for example, Nikhil, Chandan and Chakshu met each other and after becoming CAs, they thought that let's form a partnership. So they made an agreement, but that agreement was silent for the fixed period. अभी जैसे हमने example करा 10 years, इन्होंने कोई period decide नहीं करा. So they said, we have formed the partnership at will. We decided to do the partnership and Nikhil, Chandan and Chakshu, they signed the partnership agreement and they thought that we have made the partnership at will. अब कहने को चाहे ये partnership 10 साल चले, चाहे आज शाम तक चले. There is no time period. हो सकता है चक्षु एंड चंदन की लड़ाई होगी, तो उन्होंने बोला नहीं छोड़ो यार, मेरे को नहीं करनी आपके साथ पार्टनरशिप, खत्म. It comes to an end. Okay, so you don't have to wait for any period. It says where there's an agreement either for the duration, then it will not be partnership at will. If nothing has been decided, no fixed period, so if they want, they can continue the partnership for years and years to come. But if somebody is having quarrels or fights or they're not liking anybody or they're having disturbance, then they can end up the partnership even by the evening or maybe after 2 days or maybe after 1 week. So partnership at will means जहां पे आपने कोई time period decide नहीं करा है. Okay. Miss Priyanka Jha, if after 10 years they still decide to continue for another 10 years, then again it will be partnership for fixed period. All right. Harshika, no problems. Good morning. Partnership at will is run according to, yes, Chakshu, obviously all the partnerships are run as per the partnership deed and agreement. Partnership deed पे आ रहे हैं हम इस टॉपिक के बाद. Agreement तो साइन करना ही करना, चाहे किसी भी टाइप ऑफ पार्टनरशिप में आप आए. But here it is only saying this partnership is silent on the period. So if the two conditions are satisfied, it is regarded as partnership at will, where there's an agreement between the partners for the duration or for the determination, then it will not be at will. Like one of you just, somebody just gave an example. अभी प्रियंका झा ने एग्जांपल दिया कि मैम अगर 2030 के बाद वो स्टिल डिसाइड करते दैट वी हैव टू फॉर्म अ पार्टनरशिप फॉर 10 years, then it is not partnership at will. Then it will be partnership again for a fixed period. Okay, so partnership for a fixed period comes to an end after the expiry of term. Still, if you want to continue, it will become partnership at will. यहाँ पे आप वो एग्जाम्पल जो हमने अभी 10 years वाला करा वो कोट कर लेना. ठीक है, ये स्टेटमेंट उसी एग्जाम्पल के बारे में बात करिए जो मैंने अभी आपके लिए पैराग्राफ लिखा था. क्लियर है? Now let's move forward. So partnership at will can be dissolved by any partner giving notice in writing. So Nikhil can give a notice to Chakshu and Chandan, then let's dissolve it. Or Chakshu can give a notice to Chandan and Nikhil. Any one of them can write the notice in writing to all the other partners and tell him that we don't want to continue and let's close it. So partnership at will का बहुत simple fundamental rule है. We can open it, we can sign an agreement, we can start the partnership, and when we don't feel comfortable, we just wind up and close it. Simple. And partnership for a fixed period, I just told you that it is for a particular period of time and it comes to an end on the expiry of fixed period. So that example, 2020, we thought of partnership for 10 years. In 2030, a partnership will come to an end. But my dear children, if you decide to continue, then it will become this partnership at will. Now, what is particular partnership? Again, particular partnership is talking about a single adventure or some particular conduct of business. Now, let's take another example. A, B, and C, they were very good friends. So they just passed out from a college and they were very good friends and they started doing CA. So after they became CA, they were having a partnership. They were having a general partnership for their clients. But Mr. A thought that let's set up some exhibition. So three of them belong to Delhi and they thought of putting up an exhibition in Bombay. So this Mr. A, B and C thought of putting an exhibition in Mumbai. although they're residing in Delhi or any place you can take. It's just an example. So A, B, and C thought that we will put up an exhibition in Mumbai. Now what happened is they entered into a partnership for this exhibition. They took up a particular adventure. Maybe they decided to make a movie, or maybe they decided to do a particular, business for a certain period of time. So exhibition is the suitable business that I generally try to take for a particular partnership to teach you what is the exact meaning of this particular partnership. So now ABC, they decided to become partners for this exhibition that they want to put up at Mumbai. Now law says when persons become a partner with one another for this particular adventure or the undertaking, it is known as particular partnership. So what kind of partnership they all have signed? Have they signed the partnership for a single adventure? एक event है, कोई activity है, एक छोटा business है जिसको वो compile करने जा रहे हैं? Yes, ma'am, they are doing a, that's mean they are doing a particular partnership. Now, whatever the liabilities of the partners will be only entitled to this particular event. Once this exhibition, say for example, this was an exhibition to be put up in Mumbai for 3 days. So after 3 days, this particular partnership will come to an end. समझ गए? Fixed period की partnership time period से related है. Particular partnership is related to your extent of business. So what is my extent of business over here? That I want to put up an exhibition with Mr. A, B, and C. And for 3 days, we are putting up this exhibition in Mumbai. So after 3 days, our partnership will come to an end. So it says partnership which is made for a single adventure, dissolve. Dissolve का मतलब होता है come to an end after the completion of this adventure. So we have decided to put up the stall on 15th March. Say, for example, 15th, 16th, 17th March, we will be putting up the exhibition stall. So after 17th, our partnership will get dissolved. It will come to an end. Whatever the liabilities we have incurred for this business, we have to contribute toward those liabilities and we'll be sharing the profits of this particular business. Now, children, listen very carefully. Now, my question is, if after 17th March, A, B, and C, very good friends, they thought, let's continue the partnership. बड़ा अच्छा लगा आपके साथ exhibition stall हमने लगाया. We earned so much nice profit. So they were very happy that 3 of us have been running the business very nicely for last 3 days. Let's continue the partnership. So they thought, let's continue. Let's do the conduct of the continuous business. We will still remain partners. What will you call to this partnership? 15th, 16th, 17th, I just now taught you that it is a particular partnership for a single adventure. They have done the business, they share the profits, but they have become so fond of each other in these 3 days. They have started falling in love with each other. यार हम तो बहुत अच्छा पैसा कमा सकते हैं, हमारी तो बनती बहुत ज़्यादा है. So let's continue the partnership. Now my children are going to tell me what kind of partnership will it become. Sarthak Agarwal and Priyanka Jha, the first one to answer. Great. Ravi Singh, well done. Vansh, it will become partnership at will. Excellent. So it becomes, why? Because I have not decided for how long I'm going to have the partnership. Determination of partnership means time period when I decide nahi kara, children. Those who are asking regarding the determination. Okay. Mr. Bijay Gaurav, I am trying to use as much Hindi I can, but please understand we cannot take the entire lecture in Hindi. Okay, child? So try to understand. I am also repeating the contents in Hindi once after explaining in English. So pay attention, you will understand everything. And also I have number of MCQs on this topic coming up for you. So things will become more clear. Manisha is asking, ma'am, in fixed period partnership, we can dissolve it by notice. How dissolution of partnership happens in all the cases, we will cover in the chapter of dissolution because there are many number of cases in dissolution. So be patient till then. As of now, simply remember partnership at will simply gets dissolved once we are giving a notice in writing. Partnership at fixed period is anyways coming to an end after a fixed period. Now, I told you 2020 and 2030, it will come to an end. But there are other instances where admission, retirement, death of a partner also affects the dissolution. So dissolution we will cover at the end. Chandan Jeet, Jagruti, Akash Neel, Mr. Reddy, Simran, all of you have given the correct answer. Jayanti, Ritu, Divya, Dhruv Agarwal, Rutuja, very good. All of you, Arpita, Sarvesh, Arnab, okay, Vidya, Sanyam Jain, Sarthak, all of you have given the correct answer. It will become partnership at will. Tenzin, that's correct. Monica, that's correct. All right. So now coming back to the most important topic, where without even telling you, I can tell you, you will be raising a query. So now pay attention so that you don't raise a query next time. Particular partnership समझ आ गया, particular business exhibition setup करा, stall setup करा, finished, it comes to an end. If you still want to continue, it becomes partnership at will. Partnership for 10 years, it comes to an end after 10 years, you still want to continue, it's partnership at will. And what is this partnership at will? We are not fixing any period. We are not deciding the term of partnership, not determination means we have not decided for how long we're going to continue. So this is partnership at will. It simply comes to an end by giving a notice in writing. निखिल, चक्षु एंड चंदन का एग्जाम्पल याद रख लेना. अब मजेदार बात आती है, व्हाट इज जनरल पार्टनरशिप? So the partnership we are generally forming with respect to any business in general is called general partnership. Now I want all of you to write down this point. It says why they have included general partnership. क्यों confuse कर रहे हैं यार? Particular समझ आ गया, fixed period समझ आ गया, but general समझ नहीं आता. वो कहते हैं on the basis of liability there are different partnerships. So general partnership, particular partnership, and new concept of limited liability partnership. So it says आपने time period के हिसाब से तो समझ लिया कि partnership for a fixed period and partnership for a partnership at will. But it says, my dear children, on the basis of liability, liability is the major context. That's why LLP has come up now. So it says general partnership. You're doing the general business in general. We thought that we are chartered accountants. ABC thought that we are chartered accountants. Let's sign a partnership among ourselves and we can keep on adding the partners and maybe retiring the partners. And they're doing the general business of audit and taxation for the clients. And their liability is unlimited. General partnership में हमने क्या सीखा था? Our liability is unlimited. What is the meaning of unlimited? If the assets of the firm are 50,000, and say, for example, this business is coming to an end and we have to pay to the outsiders around 70,000. So the balance 20,000 A, B, and C will be bringing from their home. They are personally liable to all the suppliers and creditors because our liability is unlimited. This is what is a general partnership rule has. But it says if we were having that particular partnership, ABC went to Mumbai for 15th, 16th and 17th March, abhi maine karaya tha na, then our liability is limited to that particular venture. So our particular liability was limited to that exhibition stall that we were putting up in Mumbai. आगे पीछे आकर ABC जो भी बिजनेस करते रहे, हमें कोई लाइबिलिटी नहीं है. Our liability in particular partnership is limited up to that particular event. So what is the meaning of general partnership? General partnership is just the opposite of particular partnership. In particular partnership, your liability is for that particular event. In general partnership, your liability is unlimited. और अब तो एक नया भी आ गया. That is LLP. Here, the purpose of setting up of LLP is itself that you want to have limited liability. How you have limited liability, how LLP is set up, that is your next chapter. We will not be talking over here. So when you do that next chapter, you can ask your queries then and there. But अभी सिर्फ समझाने के लिए आपको कि general partnership, क्योंकि many a time student raise a query, मैम नहीं समझ आया general partnership, which I agree is confusing. But remember, on the basis of liability, we are dividing the different forms of partnership. So general partnership is actually the opposite of particular partnership. Particular partnership में आपने exhibition वाला example learn रखना है. That is what is context of particular partnership. Your liability is for that particular event. In general partnership, you have your, I hope you all have written this. General partnership, you have the liability extends. ये देखो यहाँ पे उसने लिख कर भी दिया हुआ है आपको. In this, the general partnership, It is different from particular partnership in case particular liability extends to that particular debenture. However, in general partnership, your liability is unlimited. So liability के point of view से आपका general and particular partnership को differentiate करा गया है. And LLP is the third type of partnership which has again come up with the concept of limited liability. All right. So I have already made these notes for you in my presentation also. So you can refer, and also I have uploaded this PPT on portal. You can download it. Again, those who were having the queries related to your number of members, children, what you have to learn is in partnership. So always the rules will overrule because 2014 mein baad mein rules aaye na. So here we have restricted the number of partners to 50. Even children, I told you that this is somewhere defined under Companies Act 2013. So if you'll ever try to check out the MCA side, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, when I go to Companies Act, I'll teach you where are the provisions of Companies Act given. So there they have written that the maximum limit prescribed is 100. So restricted kitni hai? 50 is the number of partners that you can remember as of now, time period. How the cases happen, how the, say for example, a firm is having 70 partners, how the law has to be applied, how the rules have to be read in consistency with the act. That is your application of this act. But if somebody asks you, you will simply remember, you have to write the whole line that act mein 100 diya hai and rules restrict kar hai. But if you ask me the present limit, then it will be considered as 50 because this is what is given as per your company's rule 2014. So 2014 के rules 2013 के बाद आए act के बाद, so हम 50 वाली provision को मान कर चलते हैं. Clear हो गया? So now comes your, before I take your test, I wanted to show you, this is where your partnership act will and everything is given. So this is the exact picture with regard to duration and extent of business. So let us do some MCQs. We have left the MCQs, I think, on this fourth one, which we were to start. So please read, test your knowledge, question 4. It says, which of the following is not an essential element of partnership? Is it agreement between partners? Sharing of profits between all the partners? Business must start within 6 months from the date of agreement. Business must carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So read the question very carefully. It is saying which is the not essential element of partnership. Mr. Jigme, when you say partnership for a fixed period, there it is talking about the time period. Particular partnership is talking about the particular business for which you have formed the partnership. Okay, so that is the difference. So Dinesh, when you talk about the difference between partnership at will and general partnership, the general partnership which we are forming for the general business in nature, I just now told you, it is on the basis of liability that we are describing. Here our liability is not confined, it is unlimited, it is a general nature of partnership. Yes, if it is not having any fixed period, then it becomes partnership at will. If it has a fixed period, then this general partnership only becomes partnership for a fixed period. If it is for a particular business, then it becomes the partnership for a particular period, particular business. Okay. Shambhavi, if you want to dissolve the partnership before 10 years period, then also it's possible. I told you that is the topic of dissolution, which we'll be covering in dissolution. I hope, Nikhil, your query also gets clear here. Aditya Pal, so you want to prove this point that general partnership में तो question पूछते ही हैं, तो क्यों ना दोबारा पूछ ही ले. Yes, Mr. Kaushik also again asking about Sandeep Kumar has written, ma'am, understood very well, so that's great. So all those who are still wondering and landing between partnership at will and general partnership, children, you simply have to remember on the basis of liability, it is general and particular partnership which we are dividing. So if your business is for a particular purpose, then here it is known as a particular partnership and your liability extends only for that particular business for which you have entered into partnership. But general partnership section 4 जो define करता है, that is known as general partnership. जनरल पार्टनरशिप अगर फिक्स्ड पीरियड के लिए है तो पार्टनरशिप फॉर अ फिक्स्ड पीरियड, नो पीरियड, साइलेंट पार्टनरशिप एट विल. अब ठीक है, आप समझ आ गया. एंड जनरल पार्टनरशिप इज बेसिकली यूज्ड द वर्ड टू डिफरेंशिएट इट विद LLP. व्हेन यू डू LLP you will understand that there is lot of difference between partnership and limited liability partnership. So जब हम पार्टनरशिप खाली पार्टनरशिप की बात कर रहे हैं, इसके आगे LLP वर्ड नहीं लगा रहे हैं, तब हम जनरल पार्टनरशिप की बात करते हैं. Let me announce the winners for this correct answer. So the question number 4, the correct answer is part C. Excellent students. So that means you have read the question very carefully. So it is asking what is not the essential element. Very nice. Chandan, Komal, Shubham, Manisha, Shiba, Priyanka, all those who have given the correct answer. Isha, that's correct. Why? Now, what was the confusing part? Riddhi, Bagla, absolutely correct. Riddhi, the Pinky, all of you. Okay, now what was the confusing part? I'm asking which is not the essential element. अब कई बच्चे सोचने लग जाएंगे मैम ये 6 months की condition, ऐसा तो कभी हमने decide करा ही नहीं था. So there is no such condition of 6 months. So this is the correct answer, point number C. In the absence of the agreement to the contrary, all the partners are not entitled to share the profits, entitled to share the profits equally, or in the ratio of capital, or none of the above. So what is he trying to tell you? It says in the absence of agreement to the contrary, means if there is no agreement with respect to this, what is the profit sharing ratio? They will not get the profits, they will get in the capital ratio, they get it equally, or none of the above. Miss Hira, thank you so much. I'm glad you've understood it nicely. Dinesh, I'm glad you understood with the query and got resolved. Good. Mr. Ganesh, Rathlav Ganesh. So I'm calling you Mr. Ganesh, okay? So where you're asking me about the minor's rights as a partner, we will discuss in the chapter number 2. Okay? Miss Anchal, your answer is correct for the previous one. I hope now you're answering me. Please, children, answer 5, A, B, or C, whatever it is. So that I know you're talking about the correct one. Because at times the answer is still the same. So well done, all of you. The answer is again C part in this one also. So they are entitled to the profits to be shared equally. All of you have given the correct answer. Very good. Karishma Verma was the first one. Good, nice. Okay, let's move ahead. So this one was a very simpler one. Position of a minor is same in partnership as well as in HUF. True or false? ये थोड़ा सा ध्यान से करने वाला है. ऑल्दो हमने माइनर नहीं करा है, बट HUF में माइनर की क्या पोजीशन है ये मैं आपको बता चुकी हूँ. So position of a minor is same in partnership as well as in HUF. True and false. If you can give me reasons also for this, that will be great. Why true or why false? Let us figure out the correct answer. Who is giving the correct answer for this one? कृष्णा सिंगल, आपने 5th वाले का गलत आंसर दिया था. इट इज सी पार्ट नॉट बी. ओके. संयम जैन, विजय, ऑल ऑफ यू हैव गिवन करेक्ट आंसर. रवि सिंह, दैट वाज करेक्ट. शिवम चौधरी, तलात, ध्रुव, पूजा. आई एम स्टिल गेटिंग द आंसर्स फॉर द प्रीवियस वन. आई एम लुकिंग फॉर द आंसर्स फॉर 6th one now. Jatin, Komlakshi, the Pinky, Surbi, it's right. Sometimes, children, many of you send the answers again and again. So I've seen it. Even if I don't take your names, I know you have sent the correct one. Miss Kinley, new name. Your answer is correct. Garima Sharma, your answer is correct. Rudraksha, it's correct. All right. So most of you have given the correct answer for 6th one also. So it says position of minor is same in partnership as well as in HUF. क्या होना चाहिए? True or false? The answer is false. Why? Because in partnership, the minor is admitted only for the other partners agreed and only for the benefits of the partnership. However, in HUF, minor becomes a partner by birth. If a child has born in Hindu undivided family, he becomes a member by birth. He doesn't need to sign any agreement. However, under partnership, the minor becomes a partner only by an agreement. So, Ujjain, Georgie, you have written true, which is wrong answer. So, false is the correct answer. Alfia, that's correct. Again, you have written true. It's wrong. Again, it is false. Vivek Tiwari, that's correct. Abhimanyu, minor कैसे partner बनता है? We'll discuss in the further sessions, chapter number 2. So all those who have written false, Aditya Kumar, all of your answer are correct. Mansi Kumari, if you're studying everything from the study material and you're referring to my notes, then it's absolutely fine. You don't need to buy another books or any other things to do for that. Kusum, that's correct. All of you have given the correct answer. So let me quickly take you in the other MCQs regarding kinds of partnership. This is very, very important. A partnership at will is one. Pay attention, all of you. Partnership at will is one which does not have partnership deed, which does not have providing for how long the business will continue, which can never be dissolved, which does not have any partner. So section 7 defines partnership at will. So you have to tell me which of these is known as partnership at will. Test your knowledge. Question number 7. Which is the correct answer, children? Dipanshi Agarwal, that's correct. Vijay Gaurav, HUF full form is Hindu Undivided Family. It is the family business where the property is still not divided among people and they are united and doing the business together. Milan Ujha, your answer was correct. BK, Mohan Krishna, Kaushik, all of your answers were correct. Rahul Yadav, Logeshwaran, Jatin, that's correct. Ganga, Aditya Kumar, Reddy, Muhammad Ahmed, all of you are correct. So now I'm looking for the answer number 7. Quickly send it to me, children. It's very easy. It's very simple. So partnership at will, which one will be considered as the partnership at will? So great. All those who have marked answer number 7 is point B. Partnership as will is one which does not provide for how long the business will continue. So both those conditions where it is written no fixed period, no determination of partnership, it means we have not decided for how long our partnership is going to continue. Jigme, Arnab, Pranay, Anuja, Kamlakshi, Nikhil, all of you have sent the correct answers. Sunil, Kshitij, Kinle, G, Alfia, all of you have sent the correct answers. Very good. Now, a partnership formed for carrying out a particular venture or undertaking is known as limited partnership, joint venture, a special kind of partnership, or a particular partnership. See, my children are so intelligent. None of them is sending the incorrect answers. All of them are giving correct answers. Great. Pranay is saying it was correct. Sending again and again. Ritu Pandey, correct. Now I'm looking for answer number 8. Madhij, Manoj, Sridhar, Helma. So many of you are doing the MCQs today. Well done, children. Surbhi Saurav, Neha Yadav, great all of you. Correct answer. No worries, Sandeep Kumar. I'm still getting your answers. All of you who have sent answer number 7B, that was correct. Abhi Gupta, you are wrong. It was B. Okay, now answer number 8. It is very, very simple, children. You all know particular partnership which you are forming for a particular venture or undertaking is known as particular partnership. Now, joint venture was the term used to just confuse all of you. We're not talking about any ventures over here. We're talking about partnership. So the answer is particular partnership. And your liability will be limited to that particular adventure or the undertaking that you have discussed over here. And the last MCQ for this partnership is a partnership formed without any fixed period or duration is known as unlimited partnership, co-ownership, partnership at will, and the particular partnership. What do you call it? A partnership which is formed without any fixed period or duration. So I have not decided any fixed period. I have not decided any particular duration or a business. What is this partnership known as? 9th one. 8th was correct, all of you. I'm looking for the 9th one. So 8th ka D part was correct. Vivek, Tenzin, Arbaz, Dhruv, Bhumika, Yajit Sen, Pooja, Ishika Agarwal, all of you have said the correct answer. Again, Piyush, Sambhabi. Answer me this last one. Stuti, that's correct. Sumit, correct. Ravi, Chandan, Khushi, Kusum, Shiba, Ashima, all of you are correct, children. So the ninth one, where I say partnership formed without any fixed period and duration. Excellent, those who have answered. Ninth is C, is correct. So it is partnership at will. I just now told you where no fixed period is determined, where no partnership determination has been done. It is known as partnership at will. Shivam Chaudhary is the first one to answer this correctly. Yes, Mansi Kumari, that's correct. Shambhavi, Dipanshi, Tenzin, Mayur, Dipinki, Mr. Reddy, Monica, Samriti, Priti, Aditya, Miss Barna Mandal. That's absolutely correct. So children, I hope you enjoyed the MCQs and it has given you a quick revision of the concepts till now. So let's take a small break over here and we'll be starting with the partnership deed and we'll be finishing with the types of partners also today. To stay awake, let's take a 5 minutes break over here. Yeah, students, I'm just going through your queries. Many of you have given the correct answers. So that's great for all the MCQs. And regarding this determination of partnership, those who are still asking and wondering. All right, Mr. Chandan, that's absolutely correct. Thank you so much. No worries. Many of you are wondering, ma'am, maybe my answers are not reaching. Your answers are reaching, children, but don't expect a teacher to read all the 200, 300 names on the screen. Okay, so if you're generally, I point out those who write the incorrect answers. So most of you have given the correct answers, and even if you were wrong, so when I tell you the correct answer, you can just make a note of that. Kaushik Raval, it's okay. I've read your answers. Okay, Priyanka Jha has a question for us. What will happen if 3 partners are there and one decided to discontinue and the remaining wants to continue? So this is entirely a case of retirement of a partner or maybe a dissolution. So where I have just now taught you that partnership at will, then simply, yes, one of the partner can give a notice in writing and he can tell the other partners. If the other partners still want to continue, then again, they can determine what kind of partnership, whether it is a fixed partnership or partnership at will, they can still continue the partnership. What kind of partnership, that only depend upon the remaining partners. कि अगर उन्होंने period decide कर लिया तो fixed period वाली, particular business decide कर लिया तो particular partnership. Otherwise, it's a general partnership. If they have not decided any time period, then it's partnership at will. Yes, Rutuja, that's absolutely correct. You can say it that way also. Arbaz, death of partner, chapter number 2, we'll be covering in that. In fact, end of the chapter number 2. Priyanka was also writing my answers reach very late, so it's okay. Dhairya Verma, your answers are correct, don't worry. So I hope now the points are very much clear. Yes, Mr. Abdul, they were correct. Soumya Begum, Shambhabi, all of you. Danesh, thank you so much. Even I enjoy teaching all of you and I feel glad when you write such nice, beautiful comments. All right. So children, now another thing I want to tell you regarding these kinds of partnership, you have to simply refer to the study material. We just did the notes from there. You refer to the chart that I've given in the presentation and whatever discussion we did today, including all these 3 MCQs. So if you have revised these MCQs, you have done this chart, you have made the notes of the examples that I've given you, you'll never forget the types of partnership and don't confuse yourself. Simply remember general partnership. We are just trying to differentiate it with the LLP where your liability is limited. General partnership talks about the general nature of the business, that is unlimited liability, section 4 mein jo define karte hain. All right, now let's move to partnership deed. This is again a very important topic. Now you'll say, ma'am, it's such a small topic and you're saying it's very important because many a times examiner has straight away give you a straightforward question. What is partnership deed and its contents? तो कई बार हमें लगता है कि बहुत सिंपल चीज है, इसको तो मतलब पढ़ने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. पार्टनरशिप डीड हमें पता ही है मैम क्या होती है. पार्टनरशिप डीड इज पार्टनरशिप एग्रीमेंट दैट वी आर फॉर्मिंग विद ईच अदर. बट व्हाई इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट? बिकॉज दीज काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस have straight away come from the study material and they're very scoring. So when you ask me, ma'am, how we have to learn it, you have to make proper notes, write it down in your own language and learn it. Children, in law you cannot have any escape route. आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि मैम मुझे लर्न नहीं होता. लर्न कैसे करना है, नोट्स कैसे बनाने हैं, that is your own art work that you have to use. Since we have many number of students with us today, as I've seen you were answering in MCQs, so once again I want to tell you, try using colored sketch pens or colored pens. Sketch pens थोड़ा ज़्यादा untidy हो जाता है notes में. Try using different kind of colored pens when you're making notes. See, children, your law notebook, when you should open it, you should enjoy reading it. I always tell you, you have to feel happy about the subject. अगर दुखी होकर पढ़ना है तो बेटा फिर मत ही पढ़ो, रहने ही दो फिर. There is no need to study. So while you're studying, you should have a smile on your face. Feel happy about it. Like I keep sharing small instances with you, hiding a chocolate near your bed. Treat yourself with that chocolate once you have done a particular chapter. So motivation can be anything. You can treat yourself. You can make yourself feel happy. हमने साथ वाले फ्रेंड को थोड़ी ना जाकर बताना है कि मैंने ऐसे अपने आप को मोटिवेट करा. So it might sound kiddish to you when I talk about such things, but it's okay now. I'm making myself feel happy. So it is very important that whenever you open your notes, whenever you open your study material, you should have a positive mindset while you're studying. And this is something which you have to remember lifelong, not just with your studies. Once you join your corporates, once you're doing whatever work at office you're doing, once your articleship starts, you have to feel happy about your work. It actually helps to relieve you of your stress level. फिर चाहे काम ज़्यादा भी हो ना, once you start enjoy doing it, you start feeling it. So it's very important when you study, you feel happy about it and make your notes with colored pens, write it down. Partnership deed, heading the green pen में, red pen से लिख लिया. And now this is not, I'm talking about the examination paper. You cannot use red pen in your answer sheets, never. So this is, I'm talking about your own personal notes. Otherwise, for examination, I think blue or black pen, you have to check with the institute once. Only one kind of pen is authorized. Blue is the basic pen that you can use. Even black and green, if you are allowed, then only you can use. Otherwise, you will not use it. So regarding the color of pens, you can get in touch with the institute. But otherwise, blue pen, you can use a scale for underlining the important points. Like here, I have underlined this partnership deed. So you can use a scale and underline it with maybe a same blue pen only. Then also it's fine. But I'm talking about your notes where you can use different colored pens in order to create interest in the subject. Now, I told you partnership is formed by an agreement. Now the problem occurs, what kind of agreement? Oral or in writing? So law says generally it is advised that although we can do it in oral or writing both ways. So it can be in oral or it can be in writing, but it says partnership agreement desirably should be in writing in order to settle any disputes which arise later on. Now, what is this meaning of disputes? Let's take an example. There were partners, Mr. P, Mr. Q, and Mr. R. And all of them decided that we will be sharing the profits in 1:1 ratio. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 equally. So what happened when they had a profit of rupees 9,000? Each one of them should have got how much? Let me see your maths. 3,000 each. But what did they do? They gave 3,000 to P and they gave entire 6,000 to Q and did not give anything to R. So don't you think that they have been done an unfair deal with R? They have decided to share the profits equally. Now 9,000 profit, whole of the profit Mr. P and Q has eaten and they did not give anything to R. Now what will they have? They will have a fight among themselves. They will have a dispute. Now what will Mr. R do? Mr. R will go to the court and he will say that, see, it is written in the agreement that we were to get the profits in 1:1 ratio and they have not given me the profits. तो लॉ कहते हैं अब मेरे लिए दिखाना आसान हो गया अगर मैंने राइटिंग में एग्रीमेंट करी है सो आई कैन प्रूव इट इन द कोर्ट एंड आई कैन शो इट एज एन एविडेंस. Otherwise, the oral agreements, it becomes very difficult to prove that point. How will you prove then? Then you will refer to the previous books of accounts. That's why in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta, I told you, na, even if there was no agreement, but there were no books to show, na, there were no records. Therefore, there was no partnership. So you need to have certain records in your accounts. So if there was no agreement, if it was not in writing, then he will show the previous year profit and loss accounts that see how we have been sharing the profits in these years. But now R will say they have not given me the profits. So how the disputes have to be settled, that is a separate story. Here we are understanding why partnership deed is important. So now do you understand that it was easier for R to take to the court the written partnership agreement so that he can solve whatever fight arises regarding the terms of the partnership. So what do you think? The partnership deed should be in writing or it should be oral? What is advisable? In order to settle the disputes, what is advisable? So what is advisable? Many of you have written a written partnership agreement is always advisable. That's correct. So in order to solve any disputes or fights between the partners, we can refer to this partnership agreement. So all the document which contains the terms of partnership. So what is partnership deed? How the definition has been given? It says the document which contain all the terms of the partnership. how the partners will be hired, what are the rights, what are the duties, how they have to be liable, how they can be made liable. All these things are written in this particular document, relationship of the partners. This document is known as partnership deed. And what is the important line about this partnership deed? It should be duly stamped as per the Indian Stamp Act. So how the stamping has to be done? It is defined under the Indian Stamp Act. It has to be duly stamped as per that act and should be signed by all the partners. So where we had P, Q and R, तीनों के तीनों partners एक partnership deed को sign भी करेंगे. P भी sign करेगा, Q भी sign करेगा, R भी sign करेगा. All right, Sarvesh, that's very good. All right. So many of you have written agreement is advisable. That's good. Ankit Mishra is sending a query. If 3 partners consent to agree minor, but 2 are not. So minor is something which we are yet to do. So we don't get worried about minor. Minor ka hum pura topic discuss karenge. All right. Very good. Jaspreet, Yajat, Jatan, Abdul, Bhumika, Harshika, Riddhi, Dhruv, all of you who are saying that partnership agreement in writing is really helpful because it helps to resolve the disputes later on. And number one, we have learned it helps to resolve the dispute. And number 2, we have learned is that it should be duly stamped as per the Indian Stamp Act and shall be signed by all the partners. So wherein I tell you that there is a partnership deed, 3 partners are there, only 2 of them have signed, 3rd has not signed. So again, there will be an error in the partnership deed. All the partners should sign the partnership deed. Clear ho gaya meaning? Now let's go to the following clauses. So what are the clauses which should be included in the partnership deed? Number 1, name of the parties. So हमने अभी parties का नाम रखा था. So you'll write Mr. P, Mr. Q or Mr. Abdul, Miss Manisha, Mr. Chetan, whosoever are the partners in your firm, their names should be given. What is the nature of business? What kind of business that they are going to do? It's an electronic dealing or share market trading, or it is a cloth merchant. Whatever business they have, it has to be written in the partnership deed. What is the duration of partnership? Now here you have to tell them that is it a partnership at will or is it a fixed period partnership? So here you have to define the duration. If there is duration, it will be fixed. If no duration, then it is partnership at will. Name of the firm. Name of the firm, whatever name, PQR Associates or PQR LLP, whatever you are deciding, whether it's an LLP, whether it's General Associates. So your name of the firm has to be given over here. Capital. Now, what is the meaning of capital? Capital is the amount invested by all the partners. So how much capital the partners are bringing from their home, it has to be mentioned in the partnership deed. कल को कोई dispute होता है, dispute का हिंदी में मतलब होता है लड़ाई झगड़ा. तो कल को partners में कोई लड़ाई झगड़ा होता है, कोई dispute होता है, कोई fight होती है, तो they can prove in the court that see these are the capitals that were contributed by each of the partners. Share of partners in profits and losses. Okay. Profit and losses में कितना उनको share मिलेगा, that is also defined here. And you all know if it is silent, then it should be equal. Banking, accounts, firms, books of accounts. Santi Ranjan Das Gupta mein, they were not having all these things. So see, they have to tell what is your particular bank account, where you're going to open your, where you're going to keep your books of accounts, what will be the firm's accounts. All these things are mentioned in the partnership deed. Then comes your powers of partners. Now, this is entirely your chapter number 2, where we understand how the relationship of partners is decided. Sometimes, like in KD Kamath, he was given the exclusive power. Some partners are given the right to become managers in the firm. So salaries and commissions are paid to them. So what are the powers, rights, and duties? That is also defined in the partnership deed. Retirement and expulsion of partner. Now, expulsion is a very, very strict term that is used in partnership. So expulsion means nikal dena, expel kar dena. Have you heard of this word expel? If a student is not obeying the instructions in the school or he did some crime, he can be expelled from the school. Similarly, any partner who really does something civil wrong, some very bad act has been done by the partner, then he can also be thrown out of the partnership firm. So expulsion basically means निकाल देना, throwing out the partner from the firm. How the expulsion occurs? Again, your chapter number 2, we will be covering about the retirement and expulsion of partner, death of partner, dissolution. ये सारी चीजें हम chapter number 2 में पढ़ेंगे. अभी के लिए you simply have to remember that partnership deed should also mention about all these kind of criteria, that how the partner will be joining the firm, how the partner will be retiring in a particular firm, and what happens when the firm gets dissolved. And the last is salaries and commissions. I just now told you, sometimes they say that certain partners will be acting as managers. You remember in your accounts, partnership accounts, you must have done 2 managerial remuneration in partnership. So sometimes you're paying the salaries to a partner. Say, for example, certain partner is also acting as a manager. So certain commission or salary needs to be paid to him. So all these terms and conditions which we have agreed must be contained in the partnership deed. Clear ho gaya? So now you have understood all the points. Learning is something which is to be done by you. वो मैं नहीं करा सकती, लर्न आपने खुद करना ही है. ये सारे पॉइंट्स है, समझा दिए, इनको लर्न कर लो. बेसिकली पार्टनरशिप डीड इज टेलिंग यू हाउ द एग्रीमेंट हैज बीन मेड बिटवीन द पार्टनर्स, एंड दीज ऑल आर द पॉइंट्स व्हिच आर एक्चुअली डिफाइनिंग द राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज बिटवीन द पार्टनर्स, हाउ दे एक्चुअली हैव टू बिहेव इन एन पर्टिकुलर काइंड ऑफ पार्टनरशिप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Now comes your most interesting topic of the day, that is types of partners. So children, generally when we are talking about the partnership, we are most of the time talking about the partner who is an active partner. So let me take you to the interesting cartoon slide, which you all have been waiting for. So the first 2 categories are number 1, an active partner, and number 2 is a sleeping partner. Now sleeping partner, if you can see this child who is sleeping on the table, he's least bothered what is happening in the presentation. These 2 people are paying full concentration. That means they are involved in the day-to-day management of the organization. They are worried about the profits. They are worried about the transactions which are happening in the office. Therefore, they are known as the active partners. So active partner is one who is actively involved in the management of the organization. But there are certain partners like him, like sometimes my students also sleep while studying law. So don't be a sleeping child. You should always be an active listener in the class also, and you should revise your content also. So this person who is actually sleeping does not mean that you actually have to go in the partnership firm and put your head down and sleep. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है, ये सिर्फ समझाने के लिए फोटोग्राफ दी गई है, just to tell you that a partner who is just contributing his capital, sharing the profits, but has nothing to do with the management of the business. So sleeping partner, you can write down a partner who is not involved in the day-to-day management of the business. Although he contributes to the capital, his liability is unlimited. He also gets the share of profits, but he will never be participating in the management decisions. So let us read out what does your study material say. So this picture cartoon is basically to help you to remember who an active and sleeping partner are. Let us read what is the definition given in the study material. So it says number 1 is you keep marking it down. So number 1 partners are actual or एक्टिव. देखो वर्ड एक्चुअली यूज कर रहा है, मैंने अभी आपको समझाया ना, पार्टनरशिप में जो जनरली पार्टनर्स होते हैं उनको एक्टिव पार्टनर कहा जाता है, एक्चुअल पार्टनर्स कहा जाता है. या फिर एक और वर्ड है ostensible, which 15 students have already sent me a query. What is the meaning of ostensible? Ostensible means a partner who does lot of show off. तो इंग्लिश में अगर आप इसका मीनिंग देखेंगे, ostensible means show off करना. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई परचेज अ न्यू ब्रांडेड वॉच एंड आई जस्ट कीप पुटिंग माय हैंड लाइक दिस और लाइक दिस, सो आई एम शोइंग इट ऑफ कि हाँ देखो देखो मैंने अच्छी घड़ी डाली है, ताकि लोग मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स दें, प्रेज करें. तो मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, शो ऑफ कर रही हूँ. तो कहते हैं पार्टनर ना, जो एक एक्टिव पार्टनर है ना, वो सारा टाइम प्रेजेंटेशंस बना रहा है, बॉस के रूम में जा रहा है, बातें कर रहा है, क्लाइंट मीटिंग कर रहा है, शो ऑफ कर रहा है. सो एक्चुअली में शो ऑफ नहीं कर रहा है, बट उसको जो एक वर्ड डिफाइन करा हुआ है ना, एक्चुअल पार्टनर को डिफाइन करने के लिए उन्होंने ये वर्ड यूज करा है, ऑस्टेंसिबल, दैट ही इज वेरी ऑस्टेंसिबल. सो इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ एडजेक्टिव दैट दे हैव यूज्ड फॉर दिस एक्टिव पार्टनर, दैट ही इज द वन हु डज लॉट ऑफ शो ऑफ एज अ पार्टनर इन द बिजनेस. So he is a person who has become a partner by agreement, and he is actively participating in the conduct of the partnership. He acts an agent, means he is on the basis of principle of mutual agency. He is an agent of other partners in the ordinary course of business, and he must give a public notice when he is retiring. So what are the 4 points that we learned in case of active partner? Number 1, active partner joins by an agreement. Number 2 point, he is actively involved in the conduct of partnership, how much business we have to do, who will be the suppliers, how we have to purchase the furniture for the business, everything, every minute decision. I just showed you that cartoon picture, that 2 people who were staying attentive, that means they were paying full attention in what is happening in their business. Point number 3, this active partner is also acting as the agent of other partners. That means principle of mutual agency is there, and all the partners are acting in the ordinary course of business. Point number 4, he must give a public notice in order to absolve himself of liabilities. Now children, if there are 3 partners, let us assume there are 3 partners in the firm. Miss Monica, should I take your names? So Mr. Ravi Singh and Mr. Vijay. Mr. Vijay, आपको भी पार्टनर बना रहे हैं यहाँ पे. Miss Monica, Mr. Vijay and Mr. Ravi Singh. These are the 3 partners who are active partners, and they are participating in the business conduct very nicely. And how they became partners? Ma'am, they had an agreement, and now they are actively participating in the partnership business. What is the meaning of mutual agency? Means if Ravi does certain transaction, Vijay and Monica will be held liable. If Monica does and purchase something for business, Vijay and Ravi will be liable. If Vijay Gaurav does something, Monica and Ravi will be liable. यही सीखा था हमने. म्यूचुअल एजेंसी का प्रिंसिपल का मीनिंग यही होता है. यस मैम, यही होता है. नाउ इफ विजय गौरव लीव्स दिस फर्म, से फॉर एग्जांपल विजय गौरव हैज रिटायर्ड, नाउ हु आर द पार्टनर्स हु आर लेफ्ट? मोनिका एंड रवि सिंह. सो दे हैड अ क्लाइंट, दे हैड अ क्रेडिटर निखिल. So there was Nikhil, who was their supplier, who has been supplying them for the business. So Nikhil wanted to take a payment of rupees 10,000 from MBR Associates. So Monica, Vijay and Ravi की firm का नाम था MBR Associates. I'm just creating these live examples, children, so just keep listening carefully. So Nikhil had to take 10,000 rupees from this firm. Now Nikhil went to Mr. Vijay Gaurav and he said, give me my money. Monica and Ravi and you have been doing business transactions with me. So Mr. Vijay, give my money. So Mr. Vijay said, oh God, I have already left that firm. I don't want to pay your money. I am no longer partner with Monica and Ravi. Vijay Gaurav ने कहा, मैंने तो इनकी फर्म छोड़ दी है, तो आप मेरे से क्यों पैसे मांग रहे हो निखिल जी? मैं अब इनके साथ बिजनेस नहीं करता. तो निखिल ने बोला, क्या आपने पब्लिक नोटिस दिया है? क्या आपने रिटायरमेंट का नोटिस, पब्लिक नोटिस मींस हैव यू इन्फॉर्म्ड इट पब्लिकली, हैव यू गिवन इट द न्यूज़पेपर और मे बी सम अदर मीडियम व्हिच द फर्म हैज हाइलाइटेड? योर नेम नीड्स टू बी रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम द फर्म. Only then suppliers like Nikhil will come to know that they don't have to recover money from you, and then they will go to Monica and Ravi Singh to recover this money. समझ आ गया पब्लिक नोटिस का मीनिंग? दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू पब्लिकली अनाउंस दैट वी हैव left the firm in order to get free of the liabilities. Absolve himself means to get free of the liabilities. So हमने बहुत सारे इंग्लिश के वर्ड्स आज कर लिया. ऑब्स्टेंसिबल का मीनिंग शो ऑफ, अब्सॉल्व का मीनिंग टू गेट फ्री ऑफ द लायबिलिटीज. Have you understood, children? So active partner is one who is contributing the capital, who is joining by an agreement, who is sharing the profits, who is having unlimited liability. I just now explained you, Nikhil can recover the money from any one of them. They all are unlimited liable. But we just understood with the help of example, if Mr. Vijay is retiring, he's leaving the firm, then he must give a public notice. Any of the active partner who is leaving the firm must give a public notice so that he cannot be held liable for the further liabilities. लिख लो इस लाइन को अपने वर्ड्स में. An active partner must give a public notice of his retirement an active partner must give a public study material में ना छोटा सा नोट बना के लिख लिया करो ताकि लॉस्ट ना हो जो भी कहाँ लिखा था. An active partner must give a public notice of his retirement in order to make himself free from all the liabilities of the firm after his retirement. All the liabilities of the firm done after his retirement. Clear हो गया? Now let's move to the second category of partner, that is sleeping or dominant partner. अब ये बहुत मजेदार है. अभी मैंने आपको दिखाया ही था, the person who was just falling asleep. होता ये भी agreement से ही है. He is also a partner by agreement, but the only difference is he does not take part in the management and conduct. He is least bothered. कितना पैसा आ रहा है, कितना प्रॉफिट कमा रहे हो, आई एम अ स्लीपिंग पार्टनर, आई एम जस्ट कंट्रीब्यूटिंग द कैपिटल, एंड पॉइंट नंबर 3, आई जस्ट एंजॉय ईटिंग द प्रॉफिट्स एंड लॉसेस. बट पॉइंट नंबर 4, स्लीपिंग पार्टनर इज लायबल टू थर्ड पार्टीज. हिज लायबिलिटी इज ऑल्सो अनलिमिटेड. सो जैसे एक्टिव पार्टनर की लायबिलिटी अनलिमिटेड थी, स्लीपिंग पार्टनर की लायबिलिटी भी अनलिमिटेड रहती है. मेनी ऑफ यू आर आस्किंग व्हाई स्लीपिंग पार्टनर. सो चाइल्ड, से फॉर एग्जांपल ABC Associates is really doing very well business. So sometimes you need to include you need to add the number of partners. Like chartered accountants, they need to have more number of partners in order to have a wide range of clients and categories. So many a time people just sign an agreement that I will be sleeping partner in the firm. I will not be coming in your day-to-day business, but I have just signed a partnership agreement with you. तो कई बारी हमें number of partners से increased business मिलता है. तो अपने बिजनेस को एक्सपैंड करने के लिए हमें अपने नंबर ऑफ पार्टनर्स इंक्रीज करने पड़ते हैं. तो से फॉर एग्जांपल हरलीन मैम, शी इज पार्टनर इन डिफरेंट फर्म्स, सो आई बिकम अ पार्टनर विद यू आल्सो. ऑल्दो आई एम वेरी बिजी, आई डोंट हैव टाइम, आई वोंट बी कमिंग इन योर फर्म, बट आई एम अ स्लीपिंग पार्टनर इन योर फर्म. So I will be eating the profits in your firm. I have signed an agreement also, and I also remain liable to your outsiders. Now, why I am liable? Because I'm partner in your firm. Now, the only difference is active partner is going in the client meetings and he's involved in the management. Sleeping partner ने सिर्फ अपना नाम दिया हुआ है and उसको business में involved होने की जरूरत नहीं. Now, since I'm not involved in your business, I am not required. Point number 5, sleeping partner is not required to give the public notice. You tell me, children, why sleeping partner is not required to give a public notice? We just now did an example that Nikhil can recover the money from Monica, Vijay, and Ravi saying किसी से भी पैसा ले सकते हैं. Why? Because they were active partners. Suppliers like Nikhil knew that they all are active partners. Now, if I am Harleen ma'am is a sleeping partner in a firm, do I need to give a public notice? The answer is no. Why I don't need to give a public notice? Because I never went for the client meetings. I was not taking part in the business. Outsiders doesn't know me as a partner. I am a very hidden partner, dominant partner. I am sleeping partner. I am not known to the clients that I am the partner in the firm. Only the number of partners are 4, but who is this 4th partner that is a sleeping partner is not known to the outsiders. Therefore, he is not required to give a public notice. Usko publicly announce करने की जरूरत नहीं है कि I have now retired. So what are the 2 points of differences that we have just understood in active and sleeping partner? So this is an active partner and this is a sleeping partner. So point number 1 difference, active partner participates in the management of the business. Sleeping partner does not participate in the management of business. Active partner is required to give the public notice. Sleeping partner is not required to give the public notice. बाकी सारे पॉइंट्स एग्रीमेंट के, शेयरिंग ऑफ प्रॉफिट्स, लायबिलिटी के, दोनों के केसेस में सेम है. Both the partners are liable to outsiders, both the partners share the profits, and both the partners contribute in the capital, and they're also having the liability mutual agency relationship. Clear ho gaya active and sleeping partners? Let's move to the nominal partners. Now, nominal partner is the one who lends his name to the firm without having any real interest in the firm. He is not even entitled to share the profits. Neither he is investing in the firm, nor he is taking part in the conduct of business. अब वो कहते हैं स्लीपिंग की तरह ही एक और कैटेगरी होती है नॉमिनल पार्टनर. Now let's take another example. Listen carefully, then you will understand. I know you have a doubt, ma'am, why he is not called sleeping, why he is called nominal. आपके कहने से पहले ही मेरे को पता लग जाता है आपके मन में क्या चल रहा है. But if you listen carefully, then you will not raise the question. So here, listen carefully. So there is Mr. PQR, and they are really doing very well business. But now they want to expand their business, and they know this Mr. J, who is having very good reputation in the market. एक तरह से इसको शाहरुख खान मांगते हैं. ठीक है. So we have Mr. Shahrukh Khan, who has very good reputation in the market. He's very well known in the entire film industry also. So this Mr. J is having a reputation of a kind of thing like Shahrukh Khan has a great image. So Mr. J is also having a lot of reputation in the market. So PQR associates went to Mr. J and they said, can you become a nominal partner in a firm? You know why? Because you have such a good reputation in the market, and because of your name, we will also get good business. तो कहते हैं अगर आप हमारे साथ ज्वाइन हो जाओगे ना, मतलब जैसे शाहरुख खान आपकी फर्म में अगर पार्टनर हो तो कितना अच्छा आपको बैंक लोन भी इजीली मिल जाएगा, आपको क्लाइंट्स भी बहुत अच्छे मिलेंगे क्योंकि एक बहुत बड़ा नाम आपकी फर्म के साथ जुड़ रहा है. So similarly, this Mr. J is having a lot of good reputation in the market, and PQR Associates said that, okay, fine, Mr. J, we want to hire you and we want to make an agreement with you, and he becomes a nominal partner in the firm. Now, what does this Mr. J has done? He has lent his name to the firm. Is he having any interest in the firm? He's already such a big businessman. He doesn't have any real interest in your firm. Is he getting any profits? No. Sleeping partner was getting the profits. Sleeping partner was not participating in the conduct, but he was contributing the capital. Here, this person, Mr. J, is neither investing in your firm, nor he is taking part in the conduct of the business, and neither he is getting any profits. Then why he has joined us? He has only joined us in order to lend his name because of his reputation. PQR Associates is getting a lot of business in the market. So Mr. J has joined just because of his reputation, his goodwill. We get a lot of business in the market. Therefore, Mr. J is liable to third parties. Why is he liable? I really fail to understand this Mr. J. He is just a nominal partner. He's not even having the profits. He's not even having any capital investment in this firm. He's not even participating. But ये बेचारा Mr. J liability इसकी बहुत ज्यादा है. तो लॉ कहते हैं यार क्योंकि हमें उसकी रेपुटेशन की वजह से तो काम मिल रहा है. It is because of his name. He has lent his name to the firm. People know that Mr. J is partner with us. That's why they're giving us so much business. The bankers are giving us loan of around 1 crore because they know that Mr. J is their partner. They will never fail to repay us. That's why Mr. J, my dear student, become liable to third parties because it is because of his name. मूवी का डायलॉग सुना है ना, वो कहते हैं राहुल नाम तो सुना ही होगा. तो वो शाहरुख खान की इमेज आपको पता ही है कि राहुल नाम तो सुना होगा. तो यहाँ पे मिस्टर जे कहते हैं नाम तो सुना ही होगा. तो मतलब मेरा तो नाम ही बहुत बड़ा है. तो उसके नाम की वजह से आपको बिजनेस मिल रहा है. You're getting a lot of business because of his name, his reputation and goodwill. That's why law says that although he is not contributing in your capital, although he is not participating in your business, he is not having any real interest in the firm, but still he will be held liable to the third parties for all the acts of the firm. So let's take a small break. Just have a quick reading of all these three partners. I want you to take a quick reading and let me just go through your queries that have come up, and then we'll just 5 minutes break we'll take, and then we'll wind up this chapter of types of partners. Okay. All right, children, as expected, a number of questions has come for the nominal partners. First of all, Miss Helma and those who are getting confused between the nominal partner and being a brand ambassador, let me clear you that nominal partner is a partner who is signing a partnership with you. So don't confuse him with a brand ambassador or some celebrity who is coming for an advertisement. So for example, if Karishma Kapoor is doing an advertisement for Amla Brahmi Kesh Tel, so doesn't mean that she becomes a nominal partner in that particular company. So there is a difference between being a brand ambassador of a particular product or being a nominal partner. Now, those who are asking, ma'am, Mr. J can charge some fees. Yes, definitely the nominal partner may ask for a nominal fees or any particular charges or fees can be paid to him. Why? Because they're not sharing the profits. Now, those who are asking, ma'am, why nominal is partner is held liable? See, child, it is because of his name that the firm is getting the business. So first point आपको clear हो गया, brand ambassador नहीं है, partnership sign कर लिया उसने. He has lent his name to the firm. So his firm is working on the credibility of this Mr. J. So I'm getting business. My firm PQR Associates is really doing well because we have a backup and support of Mr. J's name. So it is because of his reputation and credibility we are getting a lot of business. Now, because of his name we're getting, so definitely Mr. J is entitled in the growth and expansion of business. Therefore, whatever actions of the firm, say for example, tomorrow the firm has unlimited liability, we are trying to wind up, their suppliers, creditors who are standing out, Mr. J will also become personally liable. Nominal partners are held liable for the actions of the firm. Why? Because his name is associated with the firm. And those who are asking, what is the difference between nominal partner and sleeping partner? But just sleeping partner तो बेचारा सिर्फ सो रहा है, उसकी क्या credibility लेनी है आपने? Nominal partner तो SRK के बराबर हमने लिया ना, reputation की वजह से he has lent his name. It is because of his reputation we are getting business. Although he is also not participating in the conduct of business, but sleeping partner gets profit. Nominal partner is not sharing the profits. He might be paid a nominal charges, but he is not getting any profits. So I hope Chakshu, Priyanka, those who have, I have taken up the common points. Children, all of you have written it in a different language. You had doubts regarding this, so I've answered it. Mayur is asking, active partner can get more profit as compared to sleeping partner. So there is nothing like that, Mayur. So if Mayur, I make you sleeping partner in my firm, so I, as an active partner, I have made an agreement with you. I'm allowing you to be the sleeping partner. No? So sharing of profits is again as per our partnership deed. If in the partnership deed we have decided we'll be paying you lesser profits, then obviously you'll get lesser profits. If we have decided we'll be sharing it equally, whatever ratio we have decided has to go by that. Yes, Arnab Ghosh, I just now told you that nominal partner can charge a nominal fees for his lending his name or whatever charges he can charge for that as well. Definitely, Riddhi, he will be liable to third parties. He will remain liable for the, when you say liable for losses, liability means aapne paisa dena hai. So it is liability for losses or liability to third parties. You can count it that he also has an unlimited liability. That there is a difference between sharing of the profits. He is not entitled to share any profits, but liability, still he is holding a liability. Neha Yadav, the answer remains the same. Nominal partner, you can write down in your study material, has unlimited liability. Although he does not invest in the business, although he does not share the profits, but still he is liable to the third party for all the acts of the firm. Not just his acts. What his acts? She's trying to say only for the his acts means nominal partner ke naam par liability hogi. So you're trying to say that only if the business has been done for my name. That is what we have explained the meaning of nominal partner. He is lending his name because of his reputation. We are getting the business. So because the transaction is happening because of on the basis of his credibility, bacha, that's why he remained liable to the third parties. Vivek Tiwari, sleeping partner, does not take any interest or participation in the conduct of the business. He's just enjoying the profits and losses and he's liable for the acts. That's why he's not even entitled to give the public notice. Thank you, Harshika, Jeet. Okay, so I hope I've answered all your Tenzin. That's good. I'm glad it's clear to you. Manisha, yes, nominal partner becomes by agreement. He has to sign an agreement. By estoppel क्या होता है वो हम अभी करने जा रहे हैं. Yes, Danish, that's absolutely correct. That's why he becomes liable. Priyanka is asking why he lends his name. Priyanka Jha is also asking why he's not participating. Ganga is also asking these. See, children, why it is happening? किसको क्यों नहीं दिया? ऐसे क्या वो बच्चे लॉ में जो लिखा है हमने तो मुंह अब क्यों आ रहा है मैंने आपको बता दिया. लेंडिंग हिज नेम रेपुटेशन की वजह से. ऑब्वियसली ही मस्ट बी हैविंग हिज गुड रेपुटेशन इन द मार्केट. ही इज लेंडिंग हिज. हाउ द एग्रीमेंट टेक्स प्लेस उसमें हमने नहीं जाना है. हमने तो सिर्फ ये समझना है कि नॉमिनल पार्टनर कौन है, जिसकी वजह से, जिसकी गुडविल से हमें बिजनेस मिलता है. वो अपना सिर्फ नाम लेंड करता है, कैपिटल इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करता. वो क्यों कर रहा है, कैसे हो गया, PQR एसोसिएट्स ने उसे मिस्टर जे को कैसे influence kara to enter into partnership, that is a separate story. So once you become chartered accountants and you make your own firm, then you can take a decision whether you want a nominal partner. Obviously I want to expand my business. The partnership का मतलब क्या है? जितने पार्टनर्स आएंगे उतना बढ़िया बिजनेस चलेगा. अब स्लीपिंग पार्टनर मैंने को है कि 3 पार्टनर्स बस बिजनेस देख रहे हैं ना. आई डोंट वांट 4th person to poke his nose. So I made an agreement with him, be a sleeping partner, but don't bring your nose like this and just keep on sleeping quietly. We'll give you the profits. So मेरी एग्रीमेंट है ना. So depends upon, partnership is based upon agreement. जो भी पार्टनर्स डिसाइड करेंगे वैसे हो जाएगा. लॉ तो सिर्फ आपको टाइप बता रही है, भी एक्टिव भी हो सकता है, स्लीपिंग भी हो सकता है. और अगर आपको सिर्फ गुडविल के लिए नाम चाहिए किसी का, तो आप उससे नाम ले लीजिए, प्रॉफिट्स ना दीजिए एंड ना ही बिजनेस में पार्टिसिपेट कराइए. दैट मीन्स आप उसको नॉमिनल पार्टनर की तरह बिजनेस में शो कर दीजिए. Another category is partner in profits only. Again, you will ask me, ma'am, why partner in profits? Because I made an agreement with you. A, B, C decided, ये उनकी call है. A, B, C 3 partners हैं. And Mr. C said, see, I will become a partner in your firm, but I just want to be the partner in profits. And A and B agree to this. दिल बड़ा होना चाहिए ए एंड बी का एग्री करने के लिए कि ठीक है यार मिस्टर सी तू आजा हमारे साथ पार्टनर बन जा, एंड हमने एग्री कर लिया कि तू पार्टनर इन प्रॉफिट्स है. So if any person who is entitled to share only in the profits and not liable for losses, that person becomes partner in profits only. But is he liable to third parties? Yes, ma'am, he is liable to third parties for the acts of profits only. Why it is happening? Because E and B are agreeing to it. It is allowed under law. Partnership Act has given you the permission that you can appoint somebody who is only entitled to profits. But if A and B says that no, we don't want to appoint partners in profits only, then mat rakho bhai. Aapki call hai, aap mat rakhiye. So those who are asking me, ma'am, why partner in profits when only come? Because we have decided it is again purely as per our agreement. So number one, you have to understand, if A and B, other partners are agreeing, they have decided that Mr. C can become a partner, then he will only be taking the profits and he will not be liable for the losses. However, Mr. C will be liable to third parties for the acts of profits. So generally we take an example of a minor over here. So you all know that minor can be admitted only for the benefits of partnership and he is liable only for the acts of benefits. How minor is liable, I have not yet taught you. I will teach you in the next chapter. But for remembering the case of partners in profits only, minor can be a suitable example to remember this case. Like for example, A, B, C are partners and they thought that their son, Mr. A's son, Mr. D, he's a minor. He also wants to join the firm. So they said, okay, fine, minors are always the partners in profits only. You can only join us for the benefits of the firm. Otherwise, if you're not talking about the case of minor, then simply you have decided that A, B, and C are the partners, and we have decided that C will be only taking the profits. Then if the firm is having the losses, those losses will be borne only by A and B. Say for example, firm को 9,000 का profit हुआ, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000 तीनों ने बांट लिया. अब firm को दोबारा 6,000 का loss हुआ. तो सिर्फ 3,000 and 3,000 A and B ने लेना है. C will not be contributing. Why? Because it is written in the agreement that he is partner in profits only. However, third parties liabilities, whatever profit transaction for those 9,000 profit transaction liabilities, C will also be liable. But for this loss of 6,000, C will not be held liable. समझ आ गया? And rest two categories, incoming and outgoing partners, which is written in your study material. It is very, very simple. It says incoming partner means admission of a partner who is joining the firm. Say for example, ABC Associates, Mr. D is joining the firm. Let us take that example also. So Mr. D joins the firm on 1st February 2022. So now they were ABC associates only, and Mr. D has joined on 1st February 2022 as a normal active partner. So can you say that this Mr. D will be liable for all the acts of the firm done before 1st February? So law says Mr. D to 1st February se partner bana hai, so whatever actions will be taken, he will be liable only after the date of admission. Similarly, if Mr. C is retiring on 31st January 2022, then he is known as the outgoing partner, and law tells you if he has given the public notice, he will not be held liable for any acts done after the date of his retirement. तो इस चैप्टर में इनकमिंग एंड आउटगोइंग पार्टनर्स की सिर्फ 2 स्टेटमेंट्स आपको बताई हैं. इनकमिंग पार्टनर मींस एडमिशन ऑफ अ पार्टनर, हाउ एडमिशन हैपेंस, व्हाट आर द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, चैप्टर नंबर 2. नेक्स्ट सेशन वी लर्न outgoing partner. Some partner is saying goodbye to you, he wants to leave the firm, he says bye bye, that means he is an outgoing partner, and after he has given the public notice, he will not be liable for the actions of the firm. समझ आ गया इनकमिंग एंड आउटगोइंग पार्टनर. अभी इतना ही दिया है स्टडी में, तो इतना ही पढ़ेंगे चैप्टर 1 में. चैप्टर 2 जब जाएंगे तब डिटेल में समझेंगे कि एडमिशन एंड रिटायरमेंट कैसे होती है. Now comes your most interesting and my favorite and very important topic, where again students have a doubt, but I am 100% sure after understanding carefully you will not have a doubt. So now comes your partner by holding out. अभी holding out क्या है भाई? नॉमिनल समझ आ गया मैम, स्लीपिंग भी आपने समझा दिया कि चलो सो गया, पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर रहा. नॉमिनल भी हमने ब्रांड एम्बेसडर में चले गए थे, बट फिर बाहर आ गए और हमें समझ आ गया कि लेंडिंग योर नेम एंड लायबिलिटी. फिर पार्टनर्स इन प्रॉफिट्स भी यू टोल्ड अस कि चलो ठीक है, एक्सेप्ट कर लिया हमने, एग्रीमेंट साइन करा. अब ये होल्डिंग आउट क्या है? Estoppel, another word which really bothers to my students. Remember sale by estoppel, where you are not even the owner, then also you are making the sale, but you are known as principle of estoppel was applicable. Similarly, if you are not a partner and you tell the outsiders that yes, I'm a partner in a firm, then my dear, you become a partner. समझते हैं कैसे? Point number 1, when a person represents himself, or point number 2, knowingly permits himself. Point number 3, to be represented as a partner in the firm. Point number 4, when in fact he is not. तो A, B, C 3 पार्टनर्स हैं. मिस्टर डी जाता है और कहता है कि मैं भी इनके साथ पार्टनर हूं, जबकि वो एक्चुअली में पार्टनर नहीं है. और A, B एंड C कहते हैं कि D हमारे साथ पार्टनर है, जबकि वो एक्चुअली में पार्टनर नहीं है. या तो D खुद बोले, himself he is saying, or he is allowing others to tell others that he is a partner when he is actually not a partner. Then in such a case, he becomes partner by holding out. Number 1, he becomes liable like a partner in the firm. Number 2, किसको liable है? To anyone who on the faith of such representation has given credit to the firm. Too much of English, let's understand with the help of an example. Okay, let's take a very interesting example which will make it crystal clear in your mind. Let's use this pink color today. So it says there are 3 partners, Mr. A, B, and C, and they were dealing in the electronics business. So they were having a partnership. A, B, C associates are having a very good partnership from number of years, and it was partnership at will, and on the good mutual relationship, they have created this partnership. So they are the partners in electronic business and electronic gadgets and items खरीदते हैं, sale purchase करते हैं. So Mr. A का एक friend था, Mr. K, who is having a lot of good knowledge about the electronic items. So once A, B, and C partners went for a meeting with one of their suppliers, Mr. X. So many names I have taken here. Listen carefully. Mr. K is A's friend. I hope you keep writing down these examples which I share with you. So this Mr. K is Mr. A's friend. So ABC3 are partners, ABC associates, and they went for a meeting with Mr. X, who had to supply them some electronic items for their business. So Mr. A thought that Mr. K, my friend, is having good knowledge. Let us also take him for the meeting. Now this Mr. X is known as the third party. Who is third party? The persons with whom we deal as a partner. So third party in partnership is known as all the people with whom we are doing the business. Our clients, our suppliers are known as think with A, B, and C. And you know, children, when they went, Mr. K was participating a lot in all the discussions. He was saying that, yes, I have a good knowledge. This is how we should purchase the products and this is how the sales will happen. And all the transactions got finalized because of Mr. K's participation in the discussion. Now, Mr. K was behaving in such a way that Mr. X thought that he is also a partner in the firm. And he himself said this also, that I am also a partner. And A remained silent. Means A, B, C and चुप रहे. वो कहते चलो कोई नहीं, हमें काम मिल रहा है. मिस्टर के कह रहा है कि तू भी मैं भी पार्टनर हूं, तो मान लेते हैं, मान लो ये भी पार्टनर है. So Mr. X got so impressed with all the talks that he was having with Mr. K that he finalized the deal. And he gave the credit to the firm. What is the meaning of giving a credit? उन्होंने business transaction कर ली. Supplier था, सामान दे दिया, कल को पैसा देना है. अब लॉ कहता है, although Mr. K is not a partner in the firm, but since he has represented himself in such a way as if he was a partner, therefore he becomes, number one, he becomes a partner by holding out. Number two, Mr. X can tomorrow come and recover the money from Mr. K also. कितना इंटरेस्टिंग है यार, ये तो लेने के देने पड़ गए. मैं तो सिर्फ मीटिंग कराने गया था AB and C एसोसिएट्स की, ये तो एक्स मेरे पीछे पड़ गया. के बोलेगा, कहते हैं क्योंकि भैया के आप पार्टनर बाय होल्डिंग आउट बन गए. अगर आपने वो फैक्ट डिनाई नहीं करा था पहले कि आप पार्टनर नहीं है, नाउ यू कैन नॉट बी स्टॉप from denying the fact that you were not a partner. Once you have accepted, others have accepted that you're a partner, you remain silent, you knowingly permitted yourself to be represented as a partner, then you become liable as a partner. It's not that business will be given because of your representation. Now you become partner by holding out. So we have held this person as a partner, and now this third party, Mr. X, can come and recover his money because it was only on the basis of Mr. K being a partner in the firm that we gave credit to your firm. समझ आया? नॉमिनल पार्टनर नहीं है. नॉमिनल पार्टनर तो लेंड करता है अपना नाम. वो तो कहता है मेरा नाम मिस्टर जे ने कहा था, मेरा नाम यूज कीजिए और बिजनेस लीजिए, इसलिए वो लायबल था फॉर द थर्ड पार्टीज. Partner by holding out, all this story that I have explained you have to remember the story. Somebody went with you as a friend. He is not, this is the important line, when in fact he is not the partner. So what is the important line? This yellow one, when in fact he is not the partner. Nominal partner तो है, holding out बन गया है, नहीं है. एक्चुअली मिस्टर के पार्टनर नहीं था, वो तो वैसे ही गया था बेचारा अपनी नॉलेज शेयर करने. तो वहां पर जाकर ए ने फंसा दिया, कहता हाँ जी ये पार्टनर ही. उन्होंने मान लिया, मिस्टर एक्स ने, थर्ड पार्टी ने, मिस्टर के भी पार्टनर है, इनको इतनी अच्छी नॉलेज है, चलो इनको पैसा दे देते हैं, सामान दे देते हैं. कल को जब रिकवरी नहीं हुई तो मिस्टर एक्स कैन गो टू मिस्टर के. ही विल से, ही विल प्रूव दिस पॉइंट इन द कोर्ट दैट ही वाज अ पार्टनर बाय एस्टॉपल. देयरफॉर मिस्टर के नाउ बिकम्स लायबल टू द फर्म. नाउ देयर इज अनदर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग ट्विस्ट. इफ मिस्टर के would have cleared this fact just before the transaction was getting freezed, then Mr. K will not held liable. It says if Mr. K just before the transaction deal was getting finalized, if he accepts that look, I am not the partner, they are the three partners, then he will not be held liable. But problem is where he remained silent. You have done silent amounts to acceptance, चुप रह गए, मतलब आपने मान लिया कि मैं ही हूं इस फर्म में पार्टनर, then you will be liable. And if he expressly mentions that look, they are saying this but this is wrong, I am not the partner, I've just come as a friend, then he will not be liable. Okay, we will do the example from study material also, don't worry. But children, I hope you have fairly understood what is partner by holding out. Okay, just read it out from here. So partner by holding out, section 28, it gives you the definition that we have just discussed. So these are the 5 points that we have discussed. So a person may himself by his words or conducts make others believe that he is a partner. So यहाँ पे हम मिस्टर के कंडक्ट से प्रूव कर रहे थे, चाहे आप बोलकर कह दो कि मैं पार्टनर हूं या फिर आप इस तरह से बिहेव कर रहे हो. Induced others means Mr. X got so much influenced with Mr. K's knowledge that he thought that he is also a partner. Result in both the cases is identical, means it's same. चाहे आप बोलकर बताओ मैं पार्टनर हूं या आप बिहेव ऐसा करो कि दूसरे वाले को लगे आप पार्टनर हो, रिजल्ट इज सेम. So let us see this example. It says X and Y are partners in a partnership firm. So these are the two partners. X introduced a manager. यहाँ पे A कौन है? जो हमारे एग्जाम्पल में कौन था? K. येलो दिखता नहीं है, दूसरा लिखते हैं. So in our example, he was Mr. K. Here they are taking it Mr. A. As his partner to Mr. Z. This Z is the third party that we have taken. So A remained silent. So वो चुप रहा. X and Y partners थे, ये दो partners हैं, अपने मैनेजर को लेकर गए A को साथ में, and they said that look, he is also a partner in our firm. So it says A remained silent on this thing. Now what happened? The Z, the trader, जो third party थी, जो trader था, he thought that A is also a partner. And he supplied 100 television sets to the firm on credit. On credit का मतलब क्या होता है? उधार पे दे दिया. तो क्योंकि उसे लगा A भी पार्टनर है, A के साथ बात कर काफी impressed हुआ, and he has supplied 100 television sets. After the expiry of credit period, this third party Z, he did not get the amount for the television sets sold to the partnership firm. So Z filed a suit against X and A for the recovery of price. X and Y के against नहीं करा, X and A के खिलाफ उसने केस फाइल कर दिया. तो अब यार A ने बोला भाई मैं तो पार्टनर ही नहीं हूं, why are you holding me liable? So court held in this case that A, the manager, is also liable because he becomes the partner by holding out. So remember that clear picture of the story that I just explained you right now कि कैसे वो मीटिंग पे गए थे और उसने कैसे बिहेव करा. Similarly, A ने इंड्यूस करा उनको कि आप इनको क्रेडिट दीजिए, अच्छा बिहेव करा होगा, बिलीव करवाया होगा कि हाँ मैं पार्टनर हूं. तो once if you have made them believe, now you become a partner by estoppel. Therefore, A will also be held liable as per section 28 of the Indian Partnership Act. It is only the person to whom the representation has been made and who has acted has the right to enforce the liability. क्या कह रहा है? कहते हैं सिर्फ D enforce Z enforce कर सकता है ये liability. आप बोलो बाकी डीलर्स के सामने भी A पार्टनर है, नो. He becomes partner by holding out only for this respective transaction. Nominal partner all over. एक बार नाम लैंड कर दिया तो आप पार्टनर हर ट्रांजेक्शन में. Partner by holding out, very important point, that he is liable only for this particular action, only for this particular transaction for which he went for television sets. He becomes a partner by holding out. And the remaining, they have just mentioned the same points. That is, if just before the transaction gets concluded, if Mr. A would have said that, no, I am not a partner, then law says he will not be held liable for that particular kind of transactions. Okay, children. So we come to an end, and I'm glad we are exactly on time. So we come to an end on Unit 1 today. So let me just see if still you have certain queries. So revision is must. Those who are asking, ma'am, too much information. Yes, you have to definitely revise, and you can go through this example also. The last one, PQRS, which is given in your study material, that is also very, very interesting. So how the partner becomes partner by holding out. This is also what we have done. Let me just quickly go through your queries if there are still any. Thank you, Harshika. Okay, Ms. Jeet is saying that I've learned a lot today, something new. That's good. That's great. I'm not receiving any queries. Children, I'm still there to help you to solve the queries. If you have any, you can send it to me. I hope you have enjoyed attending the types of partners and you have understood a lot. Try making your notes today. Yes, Krishna single. All the partners work on the function of mutual agency. नेहा यादव, if you're asking me कि मैम nominal partner अपना नाम देगा तो कुछ demand नहीं करता in return, so I told you that nominal partner might charge a nominal fees for his conduct. He may, it's not compulsory, he may, although he's not getting any share of profits. So children, you can send me your queries if any. Let me just go through your queries. So yes, nominal partner is different from holding out. Holding out is one where he has represented himself in such a way that the others believed him to be a partner. However, nominal partner is intentionally lending his name. Okay. So where you remember all these examples of Mr. J and Mr. K, so it will make you clear that Mr. K in our example was a partner by holding out, and Mr. J was related to a reputation equivalent to of Shah Rukh Khan, and because of his reputation, he was getting the business. Therefore, he is the nominal partner. Somebody who is still landing between partnership at will and fixed period partnership. So partnership for a fixed period means एक हमने term fix कर दी कि हमारी 5 years तक partnership रहेगी तो वो 5 years तक चलेगी and end हो जाएगी after 5 years. And if you're still thinking that the partnership continues, then it comes to an end after the expiry of partnership. If it has come to an end, you still want to continue, then it becomes partnership at will. Okay, thank you, Namrata, for writing. Every concept is clear. Diyashri, thank you so much. Yes, nominal partner, Mrs. Ruchi Bajaj, can be anyone whom you have appointed. Active partner, yes, Ms. Priyanka Jha, active partner definitely needs to give a public notice for his retirement. Thank you, Nikhil Hirap. I'm glad, crystal clear you have written, so that's great. Thank you, Ashima. Thank you, Chandan. याद तो करना ही पड़ेगा. Yes, there is no escape route from that. समझ के करते हो ना बच्चे, तब हमें जल्दी याद हो जाता है. It doesn't take too long. Yes, Miss Neha Yadav, agreement में अगर हमने time period लिख दिया है specifically, then it becomes partnership for a fixed period. Sub-partner Muhammad Ismail is covered in chapter number 2. Lakshmi, you can send me a query again. Partner by holding out Rahul Yadav, he only becomes liable for the transaction. There is no sharing of profits for him. We are only talking about how we can hold him liable because he went for that respective transaction and the third party acted because of his transaction that we did with them. So he becomes liable to pay to those outsiders. Khushi, which fraudulent transaction are you referring? Your question is not clear. Thank you, Shiba Khan. Arnab Ghosh, you need to check with the institute for that. Yes, Priyanka, nominal fees can be paid to the nominal partner. It depends upon the agreement that they have made. Surya Kumar, thank you. Surbhi, Kshitij, Dhruv, Vidhi, Aditya. Aditya Pal, he will be known as partner by holding out in that respective case. Mansi Kumari, all the notes are updated on your ICAI portal where you see the queries. You can download the sale of goods chapters are also over there and partnership first chapter is also there. Thank you, Harshita. All right, children, I can't see any specific query related to use. Thank you so much. Diyashri, thank you. Thank you, Ashima. So children, I hope you have, everything is clear to you now. Abhimanyu, yes, holding out partner is also liable. Definitely he is liable for the transactions, but there is no sharing of profits. It's only liability that section 28 tells you. Definitely, Karishma, you can make a flow chart. You can make a proper representation of your answers. That is always good. Miss Mansi Kumari, thank you so much. Aryan Agarwal. If he has denied that I am not a partner, then he will not be held responsible. Yes, Mr. Abdul, that's correct. Thank you, Chakshu Jain. All right, children, if still you feel that you have any query, you can ask to me in the next session. I hope otherwise the things are almost clear. And your homework for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you must attend your international conference on Saturday, Sunday. And secondly, you must revise whatever we have discussed in the first chapter. And the next session, we'll be beginning with the chapter number 2 of Indian Partnership. All right. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.